G'day, thanks for watching. Let's take a look at the S&P and the Nasdaq, and we can see that price has made new all-time highs compared to the high back here, the 29th of October. So breaking into all-time highs tells us that this S&P market is still in a significant uptrend, and I've made an adjustment to the 20-day low. I've shifted it from where I had it, which was the 10th of December, to the 17th of December. Now, this is one possibility, that is that the 20-day low has occurred late. The 20-day zone was between the 6th of December and the 13th of December. And this 20-day low, the way that I have it on this phasing, occurred on the 17th of December. Now, this is one possibility. If this possibility comes to pass, we should see some sort of a visually significant drop into this 40-day zone. In fact, because this 20-day low has been shifted, our overlap zone has changed. So I'm looking down here at the overlap between the 40-day and 20-day cycle orbs. So we can update this. The earliest here now is the 2nd of January through to the 4th. So let's make those changes. Now that's a very small time period, but what we're watching for is some sort of significant drop into roughly the 2nd to the 4th of January. The other alternative is that the 40-day has already occurred on the 17th of December. Now, early in an uptrend is acceptable, and we often see it. We simply have to wait for further evidence. All right, well, let's have a look at the Nasdaq. Well, the Nasdaq has lifted up. Similar scenario to what we were looking at on the S&P. The 20-day low here on the 10th of December, that has to be shifted. So this comes to the 17th, and we can update this. And so this is looking at the same scenario as with the S&P. I'll update cycles. That's going to shift our overlapping orbs. Same situation over here. And so we can pick this up. That's the 4th of January. Oh, this one's hiding. I just have to shift this out of the road. Yes, the 2nd to the 4th. Exactly the same situation as with the S&P. This is a good example of how strong trends can still carry unresolved cycle questions. If you'd like to understand how these cycle forecasts are developed and how alternative interpretations are evaluated, there's more educational material available at futuremechanics.com. The interesting thing with the Nasdaq is that it hasn't surpassed its previous high and certainly hasn't got up to its all-time high. So compared to the S&P, it's certainly not as strong to the upside. Okay, thanks for watching.